Hello, my name is Don and welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at this Vector Optics Continental 2-12x44, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so Vector Optics sent me this 2-12x44 Continental scope, and this thing is pretty nice. This is the MRAD version. We've got a ton of elevation in this thing, way more than what this rifle can handle. I believe I have, if I remember correctly, once I'm zeroed, I have 27 MRAD of adjustment, which gets this little rifle out to, I think, 450 yards, which is, you know, I will never take this rifle out to 450 yards. But if I wanted to play around, I could dial out to 450 yards with this little scope, which is fantastic. Now, guys, this is not a cheap scope, but just Google search the Vector Optics Continental 2-12, and I'm sure you'll find a price. I can't put a price below here, guys. I can't even talk about how much this costs. If I do, they will not monetize this video. Basically, what we're going to do is just kind of tell you about this, and we're going to show you what it's like to shoot with this. Now guys, this does have a rev counter on it, and it looks a lot like the rev counter that they use on the Bushnell Match Pro. So is Vector Optics the manufacturer of the Bushnell Match Pro? Maybe they are, maybe they're not. I'm not sure. I'm just saying that it looks identical to the one that they use. So guys, the zero stop is super simple to adjust on this. You pop the cap off. There's a little dial in there that you rotate, and you rotate it till it stops, and then you set the cap back on zero, and you're all set to go. About one of the easiest ones I've ever seen to adjust. Yeah, guys, the turrets are, there's a little lash in them, but it's not bad, and it's not as exact as like what an Arkin is. They feel a lot like the tracked optics. They have a little bit more lash in them than the track does, because I don't believe the track has much lash at all. But the feel of them, how they're a little bit softer. They're not as harsh a click as like the Arkin is. I like the turrets. They work very good. Everything's been super accurate. It's returned to zero every time. I like the turrets a lot, actually, and they're locking. It's got side parallax, focuses down to 10 yards, actually below 10 yards. So that's pretty good. We have 11 brightness settings, and this thing is plenty bright. It's a little overcast right now, and that's setting 11. Let's go down to 10. As you can see, there's an off in between each one. That's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Yeah, now you're getting to the point where you can't even see it, but plenty bright enough on setting 11. And guys, everything on this is just fantastically smooth. It feels like a very high-end optic. The parallax is smooth. The magnification adjustment is smooth, and the diopter, there's absolutely no play in it. This is a high-end scope, guys. This is Vector Optics. The Continental is the cream of the crop for them. And they do a very good job. They know how to build a scope. And the glass that's in this, I believe it's ED glass. They do have some German-made ED glass. This is not that, but it's still very good glass. So guys, what we're going to do is play around here at 200 yards. I've got two sets of steel targets. I've got a 50-yard KYL, and I want to see how far we can get at 200 yards on that 50-yard KYL with this little 1022 clone. Oh, let's talk about this real quick. Guys, we've got a Powder River Precision receiver bolt. We've got the Kid. This is the Kid trigger kit. We've got a Green Mountain 17-inch heavy tapered barrel, and it's sitting in a Pro Varmint stock from Boyd's. Now for a mount, we're using the Trijicon one piece. I think it's about a 1.12 height. Now we are getting buzzed right now by a crop duster. He drops mosquito pellets to kill all the mosquitoes that we have in the area. So if you hear a plane, don't be surprised. So let's start off at, we'll see if we can hit that 3-inch steel target down there, and then we'll go on to that 50-yard KYL. Kind of curious to see how far we can get on that, if we can get far at all. So we're using SK long range. We're gonna probably end up with the Lapua long range though, because I haven't had a lot of luck with the SK lately. So let's make sure that we're on. Now we are on about 5 power right now, guys. And I gotta tell you, that's a pretty phenomenal. I don't know what it looks like through the trigger cam. Now the trigger cam never does a good job at reproducing how good the glass is in a scope. But it is good at showing you what it's like to use the scope, and what it's like to, what the reticle's like, all that. Don't read too much into what the footage looks like through the trigger cam. I will show you more footage later through a better camera. All right, so we've got a level reticle. We're on about 5 right now. I think we're going to leave it on 12 power to shoot at that 50-yard KYL so I can see what I'm shooting at here. Now, keep in mind, 12 power is all I got, and that's a 50-yard KYL. That's gonna be hard. Now, we do have a pretty decent left to right wind, and it's quartering to me a little bit. Let's just see if we can hit this one first. Let's make sure that we're zeroed here. Oh, wow, high. Okay, yeah, it's actually pushing it right quite a bit. So we're here low. Yeah, 50-yard KYL is going to be difficult. The wind is really playing with us down there. I think I have a decent idea on my hold. All right, there's one. Just missing it. All right, let's start over. There's one. There's two. Oh, I just missed it. This is difficult, especially when the wind keeps switching. You can watch the flags over there, and 1 minute they're dead like they are right now. And then they pick up just a hair. There we go. Oh, I hit it. I'm taking it. Oh, so like 3 so far. Now I've seen other guys do this at, 150, but I've never seen anybody clean it at 150. And I'm not even saying that I know I can't clean this with this rifle or any rifle with the 22 at 200 yards. I think you would have to have an extremely dead calm day and some luck on your side to do it. All right, here we go. One more time. See how far we can get. So far we've gotten 3. This is not easy. I think 3 was lucky. And that wind just keeps switching, and it's just enough to screw me up. Oh, you can see the mirage. You see the mirage moving. Boy, that's moving quite a bit. Got to 3 again. Dang it. That wind picked up on me. I wasn't paying attention, dang it. Alright, here we go. Just off left. The wind is just making it too hard, guys. Alright, well, what else can I tell you about this scope? The glass is good, the turrets are good, the adjustments are super smooth. It's got very good illumination in it, and the whole reticle illuminates, well, the main part of it. It's got a really good stiff diopter. I mean, it doesn't, no play in it. So not only do I like the 2-12 in general, especially for hunting, I think hunting, this is a perfect hunting scope. You can get down low enough where you can make close-up shots, and you can still zoom in far enough to, to make a 200-yard shot with a 22. I mean, that's saying something. And the glass, guys, I've never seen a scope track trace like this. I've never noticed it when I was editing, and I can see it with the scope.
Guys, watch this area right here. You'll be able to see bullet trace after I fire. I haven't seen too many scopes that can pick up that trace as well as this scope is. The other thing I want to mention, if you look at the right hand side of the screen from about the pink flag to the right, you'll notice that the image isn't as bright or as clear as it is on the left side. It does not look like that in real life. It's just the angle of the camera. These cameras do give you a good idea on what it's like to use this scope, but they don't do the best on showing actual image quality.
Yeah, let's see if we can double tap this. Oh, that was pretty fun.
So here's some video I took on a sunny day. Now notice how good the edge-to-edge clarity is on this scope. Also, the depth of field is very good as well. And while the illumination isn't the brightest in the world, it does show up really good in that shaded area. Now, a lot of these scopes, when you focus in fast or slow, the image will kind of fall apart and it'll get blurry. But this scope doesn't have this problem. As I increase the magnification here, notice how well the image stays together. A lot of scopes have trouble with this, but that's not the case with this particular one. And notice that the reticle shows up a lot better the more you zoom in on the magnification. Now this is more of a long range reticle, and if you look at here, now that barn there is about 900 yards away. The second barn there is about 960. And we are on about, I think we were on about 6 power. Now we're on 12 power, and you really pick up a lot of the heat mirage from the sun hitting that open field. It still looks pretty good. Now that barn right there is 760 yards away at 12x. And that is a phenomenal clear image. Look how sharp the edges are. Sorry about the shaking. It was rather windy out that day, and it was kind of pushing my fixture all over the place. Now, notice when we zoom out that the reticle does get lost a little bit until I bring it down into the lighter part of the field there. That's the only Achilles heel of this scope, is that reticle does get awful small at 2x. But it's still very usable. One of the nice things of a 2-12 is the 2 power for dynamic shooting. We're about 25 yards away from the steel, and notice how that reticle is getting lost. Now, I am able to make some pretty good shots with this, even though the reticle does not show up as good as I'd like it to. If that illumination was a little bit brighter, I think it would be a lot easier. But all in all, I was able to shoot everything that I wanted to, and I was able to make some pretty tough shots, actually.
All right, guys, well, that's pretty much all I got for you today. The thing tracks perfectly. I've tested all that. I don't think people want to see that. I think people want to see you actually shooting with the scope and seeing what it's capable of. Seeing the trace, seeing the impacts, the misses. You know, I could plainly see if I was missing off left, off right. It was really easy to see at 200 yards on 12 power. What more can you ask for? All right, guys, we'll see you in the next one.